Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to Book and Bujo. Today we're going through all the lit RPG and graphic novels that I've gotten recently on my Kindle. And welcome to all of those who are new and welcome back to all those who have been here before. I am so glad that you're here. Make sure to smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and leave a comment on if you've read any of these comics and graphic novels and lit RPGs. If you've read any of them, let me know down below, and if you have a favorite, let me know so I can check it out. So let's get started and see what I got. So first off, I got Empyrean's Rise, and this is by Tom Elliott and Ronan M. Vider. And this is part of the Grand Game series. I mean, that cover is great. For centuries, the new powers have controlled the game, but the game was eons old before their rise. And now something new, and old too, is stirring, the Empyrean. And we have Hero Reborn by Ian Gray, and this is the first book in the Reborn series. Dying isn't easy, but for Jake, it was the best thing to ever happen to him. No more lousy tips or bills to worry about, and certainly no more dead-end jobs to dread. But dying isn't the end of Jake's story. A second chance at a new life in a new world awaits him. In a world full of magic, monsters, and love he could have never known in his past life. A Hero Reborn is the first book in the Reborn series that asks what would happen if an everyday guy died and woke up in the fantasy world of his dreams. That would be amazing. Will he become the hero the world expects him to be, or will he grow to become its villain? Oh, I cannot wait to read that. That sounds so good. Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, not that I would want to end up in like Malazan Book of the Fallen or First Law trilogy. Like, that would definitely be rough. But there are some out there that would be pretty interesting to end up in. Makes you think. So if you ended up in a fantasy book, which one would you want to end up in? Let me know down in the comments. All right. What was the next one I got? All right, the next book is Project Humanity Shutdown, the first book in the LRM series, and this is by Vladimir Gottlieb. Is that a raccoon up there? Right there? Is that a raccoon? That's adorable. There's always so many hidden things in book covers. It's so much fun to look at. As a result of a system failure, the AI project gave out a warning that the end of humanity is near. The only chance to save at least some of the humans is to relocate them to another planet. The flight is long, but it can be shortened by spending time in virtual reality. So, we played. The moment the world's first functioning AI was created, a message flickered throughout the universe. Acquiring status report. Warning. 10 out of 10 warnings received. Contact. Interference. Interdiction withdrawn. Subject. Type 0 Civilization. Humanity. Version 21A. Verdict. Hazardous. Hazard category, AAA+, maximum. Regulation, Project Shutdown, total destruction of version 21A. Sounds bad? It is. However, we will find a way to escape, and if the system does not want to help us, that is just fine. We will do it on our own. Welcome to Ellerim, Level 1, Human. Sounds kind of interesting. And the next two I got are both from the same series. It's the first two in the Overtaken Online series, and the first book is Demonorg Prison Lab. Oh, sorry, you can't even really see that. Demonorg Prison Lab. It's the first book in the series, and that is by Ben Ormstad. Overtaken Online, the world's first FPS VR MMORPG with 100% immersion. Reminiscent of classics like Doom and Dead Space, but with RPG elements that enable players to level up and develop skills, and sprinkled with a pinch of magic. The 33-year-old game designer Dex Walsh spends an entire year devoured by sorrow after the death of his wife. As a last-ditch effort to regain his joy, he sells everything and joins Overtaken Online. Expecting to spawn in a noob-friendly area with guidance from his personal assistant, he instead finds himself naked and alone in a dark prison cell rapidly filling with gas. That sounds like a horrible beginning experience. Can't wait to find out what happens to him. Then the second book in that series is Dead Rock Highlands. Okay, and the next book is by Rob Steiner, and that is The Tomb of Angelus. And that is from the Undying Lairs series. It's not the weekend a guy with anxiety issues needs. Chris Abel is as risk-averse as they come after losing his job with the Atlanta PD and his recent divorce, so he looks forward to a weekend of safe tabletop gaming with his old college friends in the North Georgia mountains. Instead, he's pulled into a dark, monster-infested fantasy dungeon where his survival depends on mastering the skills, magic, and personality of the player characters he's possessing. At least his friends are with him, but in the bodies of their own player characters, and none of them know how they got there. Sounds kind of like a Jumanji type of thing. Sounds fun. Alright, and then the last LitRPG book that I got from Kindle is Legend of the Phoenix Resurgence, and that is by Joel Poe, and is the first book in the Eternal Grind series. And I hope those are dragon scales, because that's like some monster six-pack, multi-pack abs there. In the mystical steampunk realm of Eloria, where magic is woven into the fabric of reality, blacksmith Joran dreams of heroic quests and epic battles. But when a mysterious artifact transforms his world into a living game filled with the experience points, skill trees, and looming dangers, his simple life is forever changed. Thrust into an unfamiliar reality, Joran becomes the reluctant hero of a prophecy foretelling the rise of the Phoenix, the only force that can save Eloria from the tyrannical Dark Lord Malazar. With his perception altered and guided by Fenria, an AI entity bound to the artifact, Joran must navigate this world, battling monstrous creatures and mastering his new abilities. Sounds exciting. There's also some amazing artwork in here. Can't wait to read through this one just to find some more of the artwork. I mean, the story alone sounds interesting, but the artwork is stunning. I'll have to find out who did the art. If you happen to know who did the art for that one, for The Legend of the Phoenix Rising by Joel Poe, let me know. Now for the graphic novels that I got. There's only 4. One of them I've previously read, but now I actually have a copy of it instead of just borrowing it. So the first one I got is AOI House Volume 1, and this is by Shea and Adam Arnold. And one thing I like about these is they have some reading directions in here. So in case you're like, how do I read a comic or a graphic novel on a Kindle? So they tell you how. So Alex and Sandy are 2 normal guys just trying to get through college until their troublemaking hamster. Interesting. I am intrigued. That must be the hamster there. Then I was also able to get AOI House Volume 2. Now, a graphic novel I've been wanting to start and haven't gotten into it quite yet is Monstress by Marjorie Liu, and I was able to pick up the first issue on Kindle, so I'm very excited. I do prefer getting like the full volumes, where usually it's like issues 1 through 4, 5 through 8, whatever. This one's just the first one, but at least it's a good start to get me in there. So very excited to get started with Monstress. Now the covers are much more beautiful when you get to see them in color and not just black and white, but the Kindle only does black and white, which is totally fine because the rest of the features of the Kindle, just the ease of use and everything, totally makes up for it. Astonishing X-Men and Black Widow writer Marjorie Liu returns to comics with artist Asana Takeda. And last but not least is one I've actually read the first 3 volumes of, but I was able to get the first issue, and eventually I would like to get to all of them in physical form, but I will start with Kindle if I need to. And that is Saga, Issue 1 by Brian K. Vaughan. So Saga is a sci-fi graphic novel that follows 2 different races that are at war with each other, so it's a little bit of a Romeo and Juliet type of beginning, where each character is from a different race that is fighting each other, and they fall in love and they have a child, and now they're on the run from both species, because how could they actually fall in love with each other? That can't happen, we're at war. So, and then it's them running for their lives and all the people they encounter along the way. So it's kind of fun. So what are some of your favorite graphic novels and lit RPG? I would love to know. Please let me know down in the comments so I can check them out, as I am new to both of those. I still have not quite read any manga yet, so if you have a manga that you would recommend for a newbie, let me know that as well. I would love to check it out. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, keep reading. Bye.